y'all, it's Stream from where the Yoko's grown. As you can see, I am standing in the front yard. I'm starting my intro here because we're going to be doing a late April garden tour, so you can see all the growth that's happened since the last garden tour, which was on April 1st. Today is April 27th, so 26 days later, a whole lot has changed. Plus, I wanted to show you, y'all see the new lights? How it lights up the garden. I wanted to show that to you as well. So let me turn this camera around. It's going to change to a little more daylight because I filmed it just before it got dark, and because I wanted to show you all what the lights are, and then we'll come back to the lights at the very end and I'll show you how the gardens in the front of the house look with the lights on. So let me turn this camera around. Just start on the back side. Spring has definitely come to the pollinator garden. It's my nemesis in the garden, but I wanted to show you the chamomile. These are all volunteer This is a volunteer chamomile plant, and it's actually coming from the green stock. We'll walk around the other side and I'll show it to you. But you can see we've been eating on the lettuce, and goodness, I can't keep up with it. I'm gonna have to start giving some of it to the chickens. But I wanted to show you all the chamomile. I believe this yellow flower, I'll put it up on the screen, Chlorius. Anyways, and then the echinacea, look at it. It is coming up like crazy. And then on the opposite side where you can see all that vine, I'll show it to you when you go on the other side, is all of the milk, what is it called? Milkweed? Yes, milkweed. And then this is hyssop. I hope that blooms before we go. Look at the back side. Look at how much growth is here. And of course, sunflowers. Y'all know how much I love sunflowers. So, almost fell. Told you. Potatoes. I feel like my camera's... So potatoes are doing really well on each potato plant, because you can see they're flowering. I am going to allow them to see just one little bundle of flowers and see if they will create those fruit that comes on the tops of the tomatoes after they flower, look like little green tomatoes. And if I can get that to happen, I'll let it mature with the plant. And then, as they say, there's 500 seeds per I don't know, what do you want to call them, fruit. But look at this. This is insane. Let me back up. I'm getting tangled up in the wisteria. There we go. This all in front is potatoes. So as you can see, the gardens are full. I've got some pretty good sized sunflowers. I may have to thin those out in here, but nasturtium, beans, broccoli, we're gonna let it go to seed. I'm gonna try and get some seed. Look at the deal, how pretty the deal is. And I hope that this bee balm blooms before I go. I'm gonna show you the opposite side over here. Here's the other side of that chamomile volunteer. And there's a volunteer chamomile on the other side, and oregano. More potatoes. This is more bee balm. There is the milk thistle. We have some rue back there that's thriving pretty good. And then in here, tomatoes, garlic. I've got to get out here and tie these tomatoes up, and these tomatillas in the back. But look at the tomatillas. Basil. Look at this variegated nasturtium. I have tried to grow this particular nasturtium for years, and this is the first year I've got it to grow from seed. So I don't remember what this plant is called, but there's the flower on it. Another tomato, got to tie it up. Sunflowers on the back. Then there's the peppers inside. Bee balm from the back. This is thyme, and then I'm gonna get down here and show you this kohlrabi. Look at that. There's one there, one here, one over there, and then this is another dill. Green beans. I think those are Kentucky. Are they Kentucky vine beans? I think they're Kentucky. And then here is the cabbage. It is just starting. There's two. One right here, and then here, and I thought the other one was on this side. Maybe not. But there's those. Other side is tomato and herbs, so basil. We have, what is that called? Borage or barrage is over there. Basil, marigolds. Another one, if you see this pole, you follow this pole, it comes up to here. I need to take a line, tie it around the base, and then string that line straight up to there, and then wind it around the tomato. Another one of those, or two of those variegated. And then these little beauties are zinnias, but these are all volunteers. These are the cosmos. And then down here below, she's kind of died back now, but then we have feverfew and alyssum. Look at the tomatoes. And these are the big tomatoes. Got another one. I've got the steak. I just got to tie it up. Another nasturtium. So I've got to get out here. I've got to get all my radishes out of here. I just haven't done it yet, but I am letting this one and this one go to seed because I want to see if I can get seeds from them. And then the tansy. Lord, let me back up. Look at that thing. It's huge. Tomatoes. This is, what is this one called? The golden or gold cherry. That's what this one is. This is the cilantro. Looks like it's going to go to seed. Another borage, nasturtium, huge cherry. And then I'm going to show you these potatoes over here and then tell you what's going on. Potatoes for them. So here in Texas, we get this horrible, horrible little creature that looks just like a cucumber beetle, but it is not. And this is what it does to your plants. It is nearly impossible to kill. I was trying to see if there's one on here, but that is what's happening to these potatoes. I may go ahead and, I don't know, we'll see. I may go ahead and spray them with some neem oil, and hopefully that'll just, keep them off of there. More flowers. We got alyssum, echinacea. This is called a spoon cherry tomato. Cosmos, and then this big girl that I think I've had for 3 years is a black hollyhock. And of course, here's another one. Look at this. Look how pretty. Is she pretty? All right, let's walk up to the front and see all the flowers again. If you missed that last video where I made the hanging basket, I'll show you what has happened. But all these flowers were already in it, and you can see they're just doing, oh, I love these yellow marigolds this year. And then I've got to get out here and trim these guys back, my Gerber daisies. But I think of all the pots, this is probably the prettiest one. And these black-eyed Susans back here are getting ready to bloom. Apologize for the peacock. I might live in the city, but my neighbors have a whole, what are they called, aviary across the street. Contains geese, huge macaw parrots, and beautiful, beautiful peacocks. That's that funky noise you hear in the back. Here are the ones on the porch. Hey, let me know down in the comments if you guys who have been following me for a while have known about all of the remodeling, if you want an actual tour of the house and all the remodeling. So here is the basket that we did in the last video. It was hanging on that hook. We got crazy rain, and this thing just got so saturated and so heavy, and oddly enough, the hook, it just slowly bent down and then set it on the ground. So I took it off for a while, just to kind of let it dry out till the rain's over. And then here's our lavender and more nasturtium, all of our chive garlic. And then here are these pots. And this one is looking sad. I'm going to have to get some flowers to replace those pansies and get those replaced. These are starting to kind of bounce back and look. And the columbine, look at the snapdragons. And look how pretty those columbines are. And then of course here's the rest of the pots, the rest of the plants that we had from the video as well. But that is how the garden is looking. Okay, so if you have made it all the way through the tour, then you are at the part where I wanted to show you how beautiful this garden looks with all these new lights on it. Seems like we should have done this before we were selling the house, huh? So again, down in the comments, if you all want a full tour of the house to see all the renovations that have happened, let me know down in the comments and I will get that video done for you. Let's walk around to the front so you can see the front. Now these lights go all the way around the house. So I just want to say how appreciative I am for all of you who are here, who continue to stay and come back and watch each and every video. I want you to know how much I appreciate your time and being here with me. If you are new and you found some value in this video, please give it a like and a thumbs up. It helps our channel to grow, and maybe consider subscribing to see more videos like this, because there is a lot of garden videos coming. Thanks for hanging out with me at twilight and seeing the garden at night. And until I see you in the next video, you all take care of yourselves, you keep your heads up, and more importantly, no matter how you do it, you keep growing. Bye-bye, y'all.